Toi, est-ce que tu as vécu, ça ressemblait à ça?
Ouais, exact. Ils mettent la main sur la tête, puis là, ils chassent le démon. Puis...
Gabrielle Nadeau underwent 3 conversion therapy sessions as a teenager. The idea behind the practice is that homosexuality is wrong and can be fixed. It's highly controversial and condemned by medical associations. Now an adult, Nadeau, who is openly gay, says he can hardly believe he put himself through that. The Journal de Montréal showed conversion therapy isn't a thing of the past, though. It went undercover to show it's still being offered by several organizations in Quebec.
My name is Philippe Meunier.
Right, okay, so you want some counseling?
Yeah, I would like some counseling.
Okay.
It wasn't hard to find. Over the course of 4 months, the journalist found 5 organizations offering conversion therapy, even over the phone.
Libère, Philippe, par l'autorité du nom de Jésus-Christ.
Conversion therapy is illegal for minors in Ontario, Nova Scotia, and Manitoba. In the city of Vancouver, it's forbidden at any age. But no laws exist at the national level. Brigitte Noël worked on this story and joins us from Montreal. So let's talk about the hidden cameras first, because there's always intensive conversation in a newsroom about using them, because when you do it, I mean, we're taking part in a kind of deception, and usually it's kind of the last resort. So what was behind the thinking on this?
Well, we did initially reach out or try to reach out to some pastors who were believed to think that homosexuality is something to be treated, to be healed. And it became abundantly clear immediately that no one really wanted to weigh in on this and talk about this publicly. And so we resorted to hidden camera methods to see what the context was. We had heard testimony that this was still happening in Quebec, and we wanted to see, you know, what it looked like, where it took place. And because this is an issue that's been deemed harmful enough to legislate against in some part of Canada, we thought it was very much in the public interest to find out where and how it was going on in Quebec.
What did you find about who is trying to get this therapy?
Often it is minors, so children that grow up in very cloistered religious communities who perhaps have never been taught that outside of their world homosexuality is accepted and openly lived, and so they are of the belief that they need to get rid of this. They are indoctrinated, I guess, to think that it's something that they can get rid of. So it's very much like Gabrielle's story. It's people that think that they will lose everything, their community, their family, if they don't put in the effort to heal their homosexuality, which they view as a flaw or as a sin.
What's interesting in your report also is that you point out that many of the organizations that you found are doing this also receive charitable tax status. So indirectly, they're receiving some support from Canadian taxpayers. Who's accountable for that?
Right, so these people, these organizations receive hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in tax-deductible donations. And we talked to Revenue Canada about this, and they explained that a charitable organization is a group that can show that they do good for the community, that they are helping alleviate poverty or advancing education or advancing religion. And so all of the organizations that are in our report meet those criteria. Some of them have food banks, some of them do community outreach. And so the amount of money that they spend on conversion therapies is difficult to quantify, and in some cases it can be really minute. And it's a complicated issue because it's a matter of freedom of religion. You know, if this is a charitable organization that is there to advance religion, well, it's difficult to untangle the fact that a lot of religions still deem that homosexuality is a sin, still condemn homosexuality. So it's hard for the government, especially when the legislation pertaining to conversion therapy is such a patchwork across the country. It's really hard to kind of manage this type of issue.
Very interesting report. Thanks for talking about it.
Thank you.